One of these caught my attention, like how to be your biggest fan. It's about like building evidence through doing the things that you say that you're gonna do. So your accountability with your word, and that's how you build courage. So like, if you say you're gonna do it, getting it done is either gonna build you or break you. And like I've used that saying so much now, but this came from something 10 years ago that still like paying the bill on time. Like it every time you make a little commitment, like that right there is what helps you like trust yourself. So people who are untrustworthy with like other people and stuff like that, it starts within yourself. Like,
Man,
dude,
that's big, dude. Because that's something like you don't really even think
a
about, but
hundred
you
percent.
kind of do. You make these little promises with yourself
Uh-huh.
every day, and if you're not doing what you say you're gonna do,
Right.
how could you ever expect somebody to trust you
A
or
hundred percent.
you know?
100%. Especially when you go out there and you're like telling somebody you're gonna do this for them or do that for them, like in the market or out on the field. But then you have a bunch of these like this big old bag of unbroken, you know, things that you've done.
Yeah.
So you'll have that one, and then you'll have an either bigger bag or a smaller bag of things you didn't do, like broken promises to yourself.
Right.
So like the one that's gonna weigh you down the most is the heavier one. So if you're getting after it and you're doing the things you're supposed to do, then ultimately you'll feel lighter. You'll feel at least you'll have that on your back, or you'll have the weight of the promises you didn't keep. And it's like, man, I'm here doing it again.
Yeah.
And either you're gonna like you won't even say it and feel confident about it if you make the commitment and you know that like subconsciously in that bag you might break it. Like it pulls away from you every time you're talking, and then it's intense because some people live their whole life of just being a yes man or doing things so people can like them or even work with them. Like I feel like in our field over the past 3 years 4 years, like it got so rocky that you get kind of thirsty. And so with that is like, all right, am I saying this because I truly want to do it, or am I taking it on because I need to do it? So in there is like, all right, if I am doing it and I don't want to do it, like, am I going to give it my all? And then you can really like cross the bridge of like, all right, dude, if I'm not going to give you my all and be present with you, then it's easier just to say no.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like me after that,
Yeah.
I have to be okay with, man, that dude, felt a certain way or something like that. But at the end of the day is, all right, did I stay true to myself? Because if I stay true to myself, then I'm being my biggest fan. And if I'm staying true to myself, then when we make a commitment, you'll honor that too.
Right.
You'll be on the same table
Right.
as it.
Yeah, no, that's big time, man. I haven't even thought of it in that way, but I think it's true. Like, there's going to be times where you don't 100% feel like doing stuff, and you're not going to give it your all. But I think it goes back to coming up with like your big why. And did you have any Simon Sinek in here? I didn't.
No,
like, go
no,
through
I
everything,
got
but
a whole. He's online though. I got
Yeah.
all of his stuff on bookmarked for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like him.
that was a huge one for me, is like coming up with your big why and knowing why you're doing stuff, because it's gonna keep you grounded and give you that anchor point for when stuff kind of gets crazy or you don't feel like doing stuff or things aren't going the right way. You can kind of come back, feel anchored, feel grounded in why you're doing things, and it will give you that motivation to do things when even you're not kind of 100% feeling it, and it'll build that trust in yourself when you do that.
That one's tough. Like this morning, I was holding my baby. She's
Congrats on the new
Thank you,
baby.
thank you. That's dope. I know. So I was holding her. It's, let's say I got a signing at 8:15. It's 7:40, and the clients say, "Hey, can we jump on a call?" And like I feel it in my responsibility that it's their last little questions they might have, or maybe they're on some buyer's remorse or something like that. Like, so I gotta jump on the phone with these guys, and I'm holding the baby, and like part of it is like, man, I'm not gonna get this time back. But then I like start to think about it. It's like, man, I love this baby, and part of me putting her down and rocking the boat if she cries is so that way I can go out there and help these people buy a house, which ultimately feeds our family, but then gives them the same opportunity to go have kids and do that with their family. So that was the why in there, is like, all right, I do love you. That's why I'm going to put you down. So I have to look at that perspective versus like, man, this is like, I just got her to stop crying, and this little blip of time, like I'm not gonna get it back. I just want to look at her, like,
yeah.
So I had to feel it, but like really, it was like, all right, I do love you, and that's why I'm gonna go.
That's why you're doing it. That's cool that you're able to kind of flip that perspective or
look
at it that way, because a lot of times you're in that comfort zone and you feel it, and it's like this is who I love. This is who I want to spend that time with. But sometimes you have to love them differently, And there's different ways you can love them, and that is a form of love that you just
100%
displayed. And you're gonna have to make that up though.
I know. Just because that like it's so precious, man, and like they're only newborns for what, 90 days, and then that's out. Like time is flying. Like I've been blessed with this third kid because I get to open up my eyes and like really soak it in. Like I've never been a hard left person about like just certain things, like even alcohol, like anything that can take away from me soaking in this time. I really think hard about it, like just stuff that's going to help me stay locked in, so that way I can absorb it, because I know, like, I feel it, like my internal dialogue, like my internal clock. I feel it's ticking, and I gotta soak it in now. And that's why part of it is why I even got this opportunity to have another kid and re-soak it in, because this is it. Like, and I'm looking at a little form of me that just wants love and safety and security. And what I did in that moment was show love, safety, and security by making sure that she's got a roof over her head.
Right.
And those clients are getting from A to B. Yeah. Like they come to me for trust and my word, and I say I'm going to be there from start to finish. That was me following through on that trust and my word for those people.
Man, what a blessed position to be in, to have that kind of introspection too, because like I'm sure as like a younger father, maybe you wouldn't have seen it that way or thought of it that way, but now that you've kind of been through it a couple times and matured, and you obviously have been working on yourself, dude, like
100%.
And it's important for people to do that, because if they don't, you're not going to be able to look in and see kind of what is that important stuff to you, and what's going to make you feel whole, and how are you going to basically be, love the best that you can love and be the best man that you can be. And it's cool to see and hear from someone who's in that position, kind of that perspective on it, man. It's good stuff.
I think that comes down to the whole thing is like finding a way to see the perspective faster and switching it if you need to. Like sometimes you don't, but then sometimes you got to step on the other side and take a look at it. Do this exercise with me. We're going to look up at these lights, like one of them.
Okay.
Pretend it's a clock, and we're going to go let's use your left hand.
All right.
And then let's go counterclockwise.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that. So now bring your elbow down a little bit, but keep going counterclockwise. Keep that thing going the whole time.
All right.
And then come down, elbow down, bring it down to like your chest.
Okay.
Keep focus on the counterclockwise.
Okay.
And then go down a little bit to your belly on your elbow. All right, now if you can, take a look down. Keep the finger moving. Which way is it going?
It is going counterclockwise.
Keep going. Look down at it. All right. Okay. So if you're on a clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
It's going clockwise.
You never changed what you were doing.
Yeah.
So the concept's a concept. You just looked at it from a different point of view.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. But yeah, how to catch that stuff in the moment and make a decision, a conscious decision to do something different. It's like that's where anytime I've gone south in my life with my thoughts or just did something I regretted, like, man, I should have did something different there. It's like going back to like what I was thinking about in the moment, and like what decision I could have made when the feeling started to come up where I felt maybe pressured, or maybe I felt worried, or it came from a place of not trust, or it came from a place of scarcity. And so then those are usually the things where I don't feel good about the decision that I made. It's if I'm coming from that place. So now it's like, all right, I'm feeling a certain way. Like I have to check in on this moment. Even though we're eye to eye, like I have to check in on this moment real quick. Yeah. So that way I can make the right decision and move forward. And just finding those little nuggets, because they're everywhere. Bro. They're in this moment. They're in our next moment. They're in the moment after that. Like this day is going to be long because we get these little baby moments to make decisions. And we'll start to feel like, all right, am I building myself up by doing the things that I'm saying that I'm going to do, or am I breaking myself down by not doing the things I say that I'm going to do? Yeah,
that's huge, man. And being able to take that break, that was something I took this class in college. It was communication. It was family communication. And it talked about being in heated exchanges with your loved one, right? And you get into it, and your blood pressure rises. You kind of can feel like you're moving a little bit faster. You might be saying things that you don't even mean, and you have to be able to stop. And honestly, what they had recommended is to literally just take a break. Like, let me just walk away and let everything just regulate. Because whenever you're on this high everything's high, your blood pressure's high, your heart rate's high, everything's high. You could say things that will be more damaging in the future, and it might not even be stuff you mean. It just is coming out. So if you can kind of take that step back and regulate, like, you're going to be able to make a more clear-minded decision and more articulated thought in that moment, and it'll hopefully prevent
100%
some big damage, and being able to kind of do that. And what you're saying is doing it like quick, and it's cool to be able to recognize that and have the ability to do it, because I think that's something I wish everybody was like forced to take this class, because it was such a big class for me, and I learned so much about relationships in that class, and how to kind of manage them, and what to look out for, and ways to improve relationships. And I feel like that is something that needs to be in schools. Like 100%. In regular school, you shouldn't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to take a college class. You should learn this stuff. And I feel like once you can break it down to that level, if everybody can have those kind of emotional skills, that would I feel like the world would be in a better spot for it.
100%. And like that is a big calling or mission to be on, to try to get people to see things and from a different perspective. And I mean, I think that's where real leaders really find their role in life, is if they can do that on a higher scale, on a fast scale, like to be able to make a decision and then it be in something that's going to rise us all together, because high tide rises many ships. So if we can get on the same page faster, we all start to do better, versus the division and the me versus you, the attacks, the offense, the everything that comes out of there. It's like that stuff is meant to blind you or to keep you in that, I call it like red, when you're starting to see red. And you're in this tunnel vision. It's like, all right, this dude's after me. Where are all my daggers, so that way I can cut to protect myself, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm just protecting some hurt young boy that was hurt as a kid, and I just got all these safety measures up, so like, all right, this is how you get out of this situation. Versus like, all right, I see where I'm at. Like, even if it's call a timeout, run to the restroom, get clear with some deep breaths or something, and then come back and reframe on like who's right, or is it, what is my reasoning to be right? Do I want to be right, or do I want to move this ship to the other side? And if I want to move this ship to the other side, and I need that person on the boat to do their part, then I got to get recommitted on what I'm trying to be right about and re-explain something.
Prioritize what the goal is, and recognize, hey, is what I'm saying or doing going to contribute to getting that boat to the other side, or am I actually hurting it by doing whatever it is?
And that's the hard reality. Sometimes I'm the guy in the boat throwing the anchors off, holding us down, and it's because my mindset or something. Like, I have to check in with myself. And really, for me, what it comes down to is like, what excuse am I trying to make so I don't have to show up my best version today? What payoff do I want because it's Friday, or because it's the beginning of the week and the Monday blues are out? So like all those start to come up, and I see that I'm trying to take it slow today versus get after it. When I know that baby's there that needs me, and she needs me to get after it, so that way she can go and get after her things. I got to create these habits within myself, because how can I be that dad later in life telling them to go get after it and I didn't get after it? I'm like, bro, you didn't hit none of your dreams. Like, how you telling me to go after my dreams, and you're being, that's what got me into like wrestling, and like my daughters are wrestling, so that way they can see that what it takes. And I'm pushing 37 years old, still conditioning and on the mat and working on my mindset and doing other things in my life, because I don't think it's just one thing. Like, you got to build a family, you got to be able to coach, teach, you got to be able to learn, grow, you got to be able to make money. Like, all those things are necessary. And so like the stuff that we're working on now is really trying to make a human survive and thrive in this world, and not just survive out of fear to stay alive, but like really go out there and make a difference and get after it. Like, it's I think what we're talking about comes back to like, where do we find that passion? Where do we find that? And that's really like what it comes down to. Like,
and that's cool. You can share those passions and stuff. And from what I've seen from you in social media is you're the same person in every walk of life. You're the same person as a wrestling coach as you are as a lender, as you are as a father. You're bringing that same fire, that same passion to every aspect. And I think when you can show that to your kids, it's like, damn, like that's cool. Like I want to do that stuff too. I want to be like dad. You know what I'm saying? So
Who knows, man?
Stuff. Like, and I'm not saying like I want to be a lender like dad, or I want to be a wrestler like dad, but I want to bring that same passion to everything I do, and I want to, you know, because I think of my dad when I see that stuff, you know, and like he was such a good. He would go work all day, and then he'd come home, and he still have, you know, that like fun. Like I wanted to see my dad. I wanted to hang out with my dad, and now I see him as a grandfather to my nephews and my niece, and he's the same. Like he's just so happy to be around him, and he's all smiley and cheery, and it's like, damn, man, I want to be like him. Like that's my role model. That's my guy always. So it's like it's really cool to be able to see somebody else do that for their kids and their family.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think you hit the nail on the head too with bringing a father figure and dad into it, or any kind of parent, because they've ultimately, like the way I see my parents is what I'm doing the same thing. I'm replicating what my dad did and what my mothers did, like sacrificing their life. Yeah. So that way I could go out there and be a better version of them. Like it's not a competition. Like I think when I cheer back, like, and I go for, there's a picture of my dad before he passed away, but like that moment I hold that and it's like, all right, I'm making this dude proud, you know, because he's told me one time, like, I had him on something like this where like I have the recording for later. Yeah. And he's like, and you're a better man. And like at first I didn't believe that, bro. But like at the same time,
give me chills, bro.
What else would I want as a father than to have my kids be better than me? Like that's the biggest accomplishment, because I feel like I'm just a boy walking around this world with a slingshot in my pocket. And I'm trying to pick up my kids and go out there, catch the rock again, pick it up and throw them out there as far as I can, you know, and whenever the time's done, it's done. But I'll know that I help push them as far as I could go, you know, with
and
that.
That's such a big thing. Like, I don't know if it's just Hispanic families or if it's everybody. I just know that there's something like deep rooted in me feeling that way, because I saw my tata come from Mexico trying to build a better family, or a better life for his family. You know, as a very, very young man, he came over here and he got his family started, and you know, we had a little house on the south side, built it in the 1950s. It's still there. He still owns it. We still go see it all the time. Like that's Nana and Tata's house right there. And then my dad kind of took that, and then he moved us out into Rita Ranch, and you know, got that going, and that was a Vail school district, and that was his way of taking the family to the next level. And now I feel like a big responsibility on me, because now it's like everybody's doing their part to elevate the family. It's like now it's on me. I gotta take that and run with it. Yeah,
that's a deep responsibility, but at the same time, like I think all those moments played their course for a reason. Like their struggle to get us here is like, that's the obligation. It's like, all right, man, like there's a lot of people who sacrificed for me to be here.
Exactly.
And I have to show up and do my part. Like I gotta get after it. So now jumping into like having education, like, because ultimately that's where your dad puts you in this new environment of where like, all right, how can we, whatever I was missing, I'm going to go try to do the opposite of. And then they do that. And then they put you in this new fish tank, and you survive out of it, and then you start to thrive. And then now whatever it is for you, it's like you're teaching, from what I see, it's how to market yourself, how to go out there and build courage through doing it on your own, and not need to feed off somebody else. Like it's to go out there and hunt and kill, to go out there and wake up with that fear of like, how am I going to feed my family? Because we're commissioned, and it's not like it's all easy. Like the stuff that we have to do to go out there and present ourselves, and not just close a deal, but to bring it in. And I think like fishing is part of that in the marketing world, and being able to feel confident from start to finish. And I think time is what helps do that, is go do the hard things, and through that evidence you find out what to do and what not to do. And every single one of those transactions, or every single moments in your family that you learn that didn't work, you now get to go back and be like, all right, this is what I was feeling during that, and I don't want to go back to that place. So next time that pops up in my life, here's my new commitment. I'm going to stop, take a walk, see why it is that I'm feeling that way, and handle that truth. Because if I'm scared, I can remind myself that I'm okay. And that I can go back and look at all the things that I've done so far in my life to build evidence that I'm not going to die, and that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And look at all these moments I've built up.
Well, and you're stacking wins.
Right.
You're stacking wins. 100%. And you're stacking those wins, those little wins add up over time, and that builds that trust. It goes back to that book. You're trusting yourself because it's like you have been here before.
Right.
You have gotten through it.
Right.
You have succeeded.
Right.
Yeah, you're in a hard spot again, but look where you've been before, bro. Like, you've been through it. It ain't no thing. So, like, yeah, it's going back to trusting yourself and getting that stuff done.
It's real. It's crazy that we started off with that topic because at the end of the day, through the loop we took to get here, like it is that right there. I believe that like every moment, just building that trust within yourself and to others. Like if you can build it within yourself, then other people are going to trust you. Yeah. Because when I look at you and I'm like, all right, this dude trusts himself. And if you trust yourself, then I can trust you. And it's one of those things, like now these kids call it aura or something, like it's bleeding through because you can feel it in your energy. It comes out your spirit and you're like, all right, this dude's about it. He's real life.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, and that's the same likewise with you, man. You can feel it, and now like being with you in person, we were just talking like this is the first time I actually sat down and like got to know you, and it's like this dude is the dude that I see on social media. Like he's not just putting on a front. Like this is Stefan right here. So man, that's good stuff, man.
Real deal. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to jump into something here. I'm going to start us off by introducing Javier. He's sitting here with me if you haven't already. We've been in this, I mean, the camera's been on 30 minutes already, so who knows what is in here. But we're going to talk a little bit about just him and himself and what he does for business and things like that. So if you didn't get that pure, authentic version of him already, well, I don't know what to tell you because I felt it. I think I teared up 3 or 4 times already. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Master of Me podcast. I'm here with Javier Olono. Javier, tell them who you are and what you do.
Yes, sir. My name is Javier Olono. I am a realtor here in Tucson. And man, I love to serve my community, serve my people. That's what I'm about.
Man, talk about real estate over these past years. I think what was it? Team Integrity had to been at Cobe office right there. What's that around 17, 18?
17, I started there in March of 17. Well, I started at Keller Williams in March of 17, and then Team Integrity was like a month later.
Right. Month later. And it's so crazy too, like just being in that, like trying to scrap your way up. Like because what I saw, like I had just moved from, I don't know if we were at Guild yet or Movement yet or something like that, but we ended up in the same building at the same time. And just kind of in passing, you see each other just working, trying to figure it out. Yeah. And to be here, what is it, 17, almost 10 years later, something like that? Like
Shoot,
8, something like that. Yeah.
8, almost 9. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, and to still be doing the same thing, but with more scars and more evidence, like everything we just talked about, more experience. Like I think it comes out now, and it's kind of cool to see like you're in the trench, and then you look over and be like, you're still here. Dog, yeah, that's exciting.
Stuff, man.
That's exciting. What got you into real estate?
So I actually went going to the U of A, went to the library one time. I did go to the library a lot, by the way. I actually didn't go to a lot, but I did go to study. And there was a little book on the table. It was that Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. No way. And so I kind of picked that up, started fiddling through it, and I was like, this sounds like something it could be something. Yeah, it was investing and building for your own self and all this stuff. And then, I graduated, took a job in Phoenix. It was more of like a corporate job type thing. Found out, it's not really for me. Right. So then I said, I always had that real estate thing in the back of my head. Decided to jump into it. And then when I got into it, I was like, man, I don't know about this investing thing, but I love helping families get into homes. Like this stuff is what fuels me. It fires me up. Right. So just went full force into that and never looked back. So
man, that is heavy duty. What do you think right now, or what have you learned throughout your time? Whether it's 7, 8 years now of like, what's the most important part to survive and then start to thrive as a real estate agent?
Yeah, I think it's to and if some goes back to Aaron Wilson had talked about, he was the team leader at Team Integrity when I had started.
I podcast with him too.
Yeah,
we talked about books and stuff like that. That was great.
Talk about golden nuggets of stuff and being able to just sit with him every day and kind of learn and pick his brain on how to build a successful business. Right. And you're not just building 31-year careers. You're building one long 30-year career here. So how I took it is I'm not just treating one person as a deal, I'm treating that person as if they're going to be my client forever.
Right.
And so what that means is looking out for them, looking out for their best interests, really getting to know them, and then helping them to guide them into the position that's going to set them up, not only for now, but also in the future. So I think it's important to have that mindset of what is best for my client, how can I best serve my client, not just so I can make a paycheck now, but so that we can serve them and over the course of their life.
They're really living life, and however you set them up, you're either helping or hurting them.
Yeah.
I think that's important perspective there. It's like they're going to keep coming back, and if you're out there hurting people, then it's going to come back. You know what I mean? But if you're out there helping people for real, then that's where it'll come back to you in a positive 100%. Way.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's deep. I had Aaron Wilson put me on during the podcast like this, was talking about recording every single day, talking to either you or your kids or something like that in their ages that they are now, talking about the day, leaving them nuggets, and then leaving them this YouTube channel that they can go back and just see who you were and the things that you wanted to tell them that might not have told them during the day or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, who knows, like when you're long gone and they go back and they get to see how Pop was doing it, like that's got to be powerful.
Cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he was neat with perspective too. Like it was that aspect that I got out of him. So having that as your launch, like that's got to be the right start off,
man. That was, and I think that's a big on growing a successful business is, for me, what I did is I teamed up with somebody who had been there, had done it, is proven, and is willing to teach me how to kind of do it myself.
Right.
And so being able to be in the trenches with him and with Juan and with Eric and with all the people over there at Team Integrity for 6 years that I got started with them, man, it was a big start, and that's where I got to credit a lot of my success too.
100%. Now going through it, like I see you killing it on the character that you get to bring out in your marketing, which is, it's super fun to watch, because like when you're building confidence, like the camera is a thing, and a lot of people they always say, I'm shy or I'm not good on camera or something like that. But like to be able to hold something and go from start to finish, your marketing stuff. Like recently I was looking at the Western one. That's neat, man. Have you ever, I feel in a weird way like we're directing our own life, and like the marketing of it and the video is like we're these actors of like, we talk about the authenticity and stuff like that is great, but then at the same time like doing things to continue to catch people's attention. Like that is how was that for you, that start of like the video and just doing what it takes now to get
man
business?
I think that there's a lot of different ways that you can be successful in this business. And I think being with Team Integrity and seeing how different people ran their business and could still be successful was a big thing for me, because I could see, I don't have to approach it the same way as a Juan De La Osa, or I don't have to approach it the same way as a James Werkheiser. I can take their solid foundation and their systems and then add my own flavor to it and bring my own personality. And you talk about being authentic. Like, this is my way of being authentic. Like, I grew up watching a lot of the like Mad TV and Dave Chappelle, like all these different shows that were just hilarious. And I was like, man, like I want to, if I have to be on social media, like I want to do it my way and be like, draw from my childhood and what made me laugh and what made me happy growing up. And now having my wife with me, she's the one who records all my videos. I'm able to be like my full 100% self, because she knows me, and I can just be open and free with her, and I'll throw out little ideas and she'll just take them and make them like 10 times better. And it's just like, yeah, man, it's been, I don't even remember what you got me on, but I like talking about the process, because it's like a creative process that I'm able to draw from past experiences in my life and just kind of be myself on camera and bring out these little characters. It
kind of feels like it pays itself in full, like tenfold, because that was a part of your life, and then now you get to use it for something, and it's like you tie a knot every time you pull out a skit or you pull something out that was a part of you. You tie a knot on that thought or that thing that you did, and it's like, all right, like this is cool that it all was purposeful for me. It wasn't just like a waste or something like that. And recently I did a video it was a rap parody, and it was with Home Run City, or not, I call it Home Run City, in the city with Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't even sing in the song. He has like one like little tune or something like that. But I use this storyline of when we bought our house, which was 10 years ago. And so there's the initial imaging of when we bought our house empty, and then went back and did video on us in the same positions, but with my whole family there. Like the 3 girls, my wife, like
cool,
seasoned now. I got hair on my chin, like before I didn't. Like it was kind of cool to tie the knot on that, because it was 10 years, and it's really when I help a person, or I commit to sitting with the person and going over their application with them. When I say that I'm going to coach them from start to finish, whether it's now you close a loan or in 3 years when you get the loan done, like it's, I'm going to be here. And what I'm fighting for is that same idea that they're going to start just them, and there's this opportunity to make a family or a household. And like, now that the house is full and the girls are there, and like the things we've gone through together and just growing, is like, that's what you're fighting for the whole time. Like every time when the bills are rough, when there's arguments, when there's like just even working on the backyard to make the plants grow, like all those little pieces to the puzzle are like keep me human.
It, bro, you're doing it.
You're right, doing it. And that's what's part of the story. I was like, I'm not going to tell you or talk to you about something I haven't done. Like, this is me, proof in the pudding. Like when I say that I'm going to call the listing agent and tell them that you're good for it, and I'm putting my word out, like that is me going to bat for you for this, like that you get your opportunity, you can go do it. Which is cool. Going back to the marketing side of it is like, man, when else would I even had those thoughts to like leave something that's kind of deep for somebody, you know, like like it's real. It's not just it's just something that hits home and it's authentic, which is what we're talking about with the marketing aspect of it.
And I think that when it goes back to marketing, a lot of my stuff, so like almost 100%. Last year was 100% of my business came from referrals.
That's crazy.
This year it's nearly 100, but I got a couple open houses that I've been able to work with. So it's kind of messing up my numbers a little bit. But most of my stuff is referral based, and I think social media is a big part for me to just show my friends like I'm still me. I'm still the guy that you grew up with or knew, or my family. I'm still the same dude, but now I'm a professional who knows what they're doing and can get the job done for you, and is going to go to bat and fight. But at the same time, it's still me. Like, let's get it going. You know, so.
Bro, that is that's a fun story to tell too, even to your people in your sphere. Because at the end of the day, either they need help or they know somebody who needs help, and you're showing them what you do. And it's fun to even have the people that like seen you make dumb decisions in high school or something like that. Like they see you now and they're like, man, this dude's he's still doing it, because 7 years is a long time. Like, and they say like give somebody 5 years and see how they come out. Like, and to be pushing past that is like, all right, this dude's about it. Like, I can trust him because he's committed to the game. And with that, like, then it's, you never know when their life events come up, and that's when they're ready. And then you've been preparing, you've been doing all this work, that now when that person needs to lean on you, you're there for them.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, you go through it for I'm at 8.5 years now, and it's like I've seen so many different situations. I've sharpened my tools so that when something does come up, I either know how to handle it, or I know exactly where to go to get you an answer so that I can help you best. You know, and because I know you, I'm gonna care about you. I'm gonna do my absolute best to put you in the position to succeed.
To win, because you're thinking about it. You're either helping a person or hurting them. And so you're just setting them up to help them.
And it goes back to that responsibility. It's my responsibility in this field. I'm not just here to take care of me and myself. I'm here to take care of them. And if I'm not doing my part every day to get better and to learn something and to put in that work, then I'm failing them. And 100%. I don't have the right to ask for business if I'm not going to go out there and give you my best. So every day I got to wake up and know, hey man, I gotta put on, because these are my people. I gotta do what's right by them. So
that is heavy duty. I think that's what it's about, man. It is you tap into that place and you keep that passion going, and at the end of the day, it'll come out on its own. Like, you don't have to scream it at the top of any roof. Like, anybody who spends time with you is gonna know that, like, all right, that dude's passionate. I'm about it. If he's about it, I'm about it. And I think it takes that's tough, but it comes back to everything we've talked about so much. Like, why that is even instilled in your blood. Like, it is just pure, and it comes down from hard work and family suffering, and just to keep going and really cherish this moment that we're in right now to set it up for something big.
Yes, sir.
What's your plans for the future, man?
Man, God willing, we can start a family here soon, me and my wife.
Exciting.
And yeah, that's kind of a big thing. Want to get a new house for us so we can get our little family started. And
everything we're talking about.
Yeah, man, that's it. Like that's been on my mind a lot lately. And then as far as real estate and work goes, you know, I have the Vine group, right, and that's intentional. It's like, it's not just me.
Right.
This is gonna be, God willing, it'll be, I can have people who I can work with, and we can work together to grow not only them in their personal lives, but and the business, but also like help the Tucson community as a whole. Like that's my big passion, and that's where like the Vine group comes from. There's been like when I first started it and I left Team Integrity, I was sitting there. And in the shower, this is where I do a lot of my deep 100%. Thinking, bro.
I believe in that.
It's in the shower,
I believe in that,
bro.
Yeah.
And the vine just came to my head, and the big one is, it goes back to the Bible, John 15 verse 5, where Jesus says, "I am the vine, and you are the branches. Those who dwell in me, and I in them, will produce much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing." So that's like the big reason we go by the Vine group, because that you go back to your why and why you're doing it. That's who I'm doing it for. That's who I'm serving right there. So there's that, and then symbolically, a vine, the symbol for vine is connection, bro. You want to be connected with people, and that's where I grow deep with my people. I'm not here to, you know, talk to you
surface
only
level,
when you need
business
stuff.
Professional.
Yeah,
all the time,
I want to know about you. I want to be connected with you. So that's symbol for vine. I looked it up. That's what it is. It's connection. And then the actual vine itself, it's like defined as a resilient plant who doesn't need a lot of water. It doesn't need a lot of light. You can throw it in whatever environment in the jungle where there's nothing there, and it's gonna grow. So it don't matter what environment I'm in, what kind of deals we're going on with the market, the interest rates be high, whatever. We're gonna thrive. We're gonna find a way to make it work, and we're gonna grow. So
stay connected. You're gonna grow. You could just go back to the principle in it.
Yep. And so that being able to have that, the Vine group, I want to be able to share that with other passionate individuals who want to serve the community. So that's down the road. It's probably nothing that we're looking to do, you know, today. But down the road, that's the overall vision, is to
get
grow
those vines
team.
out there.
Yes, sir.
Get them growing.
Get them growing. Cover the city, baby.
That's intense, man. That is intense. I have a vine. The first thing I planted at my house was 2 vines on 2 poles so they could start growing.
Yeah.
And now they cover like 3/4 of the house, those vines, and like it is crazy to see
consistency over time, bro.
What you're talking about, like to watch those things grow, is like, if I never planted the seed, it wouldn't be there. But B, like it's almost one of the like most beautiful features in our backyard is the way that those vines cross the house like that, and it to be a part of that is like, all right, man. If it goes, it's these little signifiers of like, all right, if we didn't do that, then like we wouldn't have what we have now. And it's like, that's just a reminder of when things are tough, or like, because things were tough back then. We were just we got married and bought a house within a week of each other, and like all kinds of tough stuff, new changing. But then to go be out there in the backyard and be sowing seeds already was like, all right, well, you have to do this.
That's
and this.
so cool, man.
Do this and this. Yeah, that's exciting, man. I'm excited for you and your future, and just to continue to look back in the trenches again another 8 years from now.
There you go.
You still
we gotta wait that long.
I know.
We
I know.
gotta get together more. This is cool, man. It's really, really cool. Like getting to know you on a more personal level
100%.
And see what you're all about, man. So
100%.
Good stuff. You keep it up, because you're doing good work, and you know it's gonna pay off. So
thank you, man.
It already is paying off.
I appreciate
new
that.
baby, new family, all that stuff, man.
What matters to me the most is that right there, and it's when I look back, like I get to be like, all right, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing here. Not for anybody else, but for me and for them. Like it's all happening, and it goes. It's a reminder that all these things, like even now, like this moment now, well, it pays off because we're here. It gives me another refresh when I go back out there, and when I'm looking that family in the eyes, and pouring into them like they're getting the best version of me. And it's because we're talking here, we're reminding each other of what life's about, and then working on the mindset in the process. So if I start to see foggy again or start to go tunnel vision, I remember this conversation. It's like, all right, this is more for me than it is for you. Little that you know what I mean? Like this is the work, man. Right here.
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
Javier, ladies and gentlemen, on the Master Me podcast, being real, the promise is to only speak when my words bring value, and I hope that you sucked in the value for today.
Appreciate you, Stephen.